Hello everyone, I'm Shogo from Ask Shogo, and this is Seki Sensei, the 22nd headmaster of Asayama Ichiden Ryu. So in this video, we're going to have Seki Sensei explain to us the basics, the drawing and sheathing of the katana, how we do it in our style in Asayama Ichiden Ryu.
それで一般的にはここで手をかけますよね。
Okay, so generally, when you want to draw a katana, you would bring your right hand to, this is called the tsuka, the hilt, like this, right?
はい。ですけども、刀龍の場合は柄頭の方に手を持っていって、そこに柄送りをして柄の方を入れていくと。
However, in our style in Asayama Ichiden Ryu, we bring our right hand to the tsukagashira first, and then using your left hand, you push the hilt, the tsuka, into your right hand. Okay?
で抜き始めはこうで、収め終わりはこうなんです。
I mean, sheath two, you go the opposite way. You reverse the movement.
はい。で、なぜこういうやり方をするかというと、昔ね、徳川幕府の時代にはその大小日本というのが、徳川300年ね、武士が強制されてきた姿なんですね。
And the reason why we have to do these extra movements is because during the Edo period, for about 300 years, the samurais had to have two swords on their waist, right? One short and one long. Yeah.
それで明治以降ね、歴史的権威の中でそういったものがどんどん消失していって、一本だけ刺して、なおかつこういうふうになっていったっていう方が多くなったっていうだけなんです。
Now, recently, though, after Japan Westernization, what we train with the katana is turned more of a martial art, is a traditional culture as the people do. So many Ryuha styles or many other Ryuha styles wouldn't have the wakizashi, only one sword to train. Yes, and then such traditions have disappeared. Yes, then you would bring your right hand immediately near the tsuba, the handguard, and hold the tsuka, the hilt.
明治といえば新しい時代ですね。武家社会が崩壊して、西洋諸国を模範に新しい歩みを始めるという中で、どんどんいろんな日本の文化が失われ、また変化していったというところなんですが、刀龍はそこが変わらず残っていてっていうことなんですね。
So the Meiji period was a big transition for Japanese history and culture. Yeah, a lot of things changed, a lot of things disappeared, but in our Ryuha style, again, it's a Kobudo, and Asayama Ichiden, you've been carried down the very, very traditional style that the samurais actually used in the past.
じゃあ基本的なね抜き方をね。
Okay, then let's talk actually about how to do the drawing.
はい。はい、これが一般的な居合から見ると奇妙なはずなんです。
So what he just did right now, from the typical general Iai that exists today, it would look very strange. Okay?
はい。ですけども、これがあることでよく理解できると思います、ね。
However, by having this, the shorter katana, we call it the wakizashi in Japanese, by having this in the inner belt, yes, inner obi, it makes a lot more sense.
こういうふうになるわけです。
Be like this, okay?
で、脇差しは差しなりに帯びると。
Okay, so the wakizashi is put into your belt in this direction, diagonally.
はい、で、大刀は柄頭が自分のセンターライン。
The longer katana, yes, would have the tsukagashira at the end of the hilt at the center of your body.
で、落とし差しといって、こんなふうにして歩いてるわけ
In
です
the past, we would call this the otoshizashi, the dropping
で、ここ
insert
から
would have it on your
戦
waist like
闘
that.
スタイルに入っていく過程で、ここからね、戦闘スタイルに入っていく過程でこうなっていくわけです。
And from here, when you want to draw, you bring the katana forward, putting it into your right hand.
で、
Okay?
ここに向かい鞘っていう。
Then use your saya, the scabbard, to catch the blade.
で、こうやっていくとまた邪魔なんです。だからここで処理する。
You bring the scabbard over the blade to prevent your right arm hitting the
だから
wakizashi.
こういうふうになるわけです。
Okay, so your right arm
こ
basically makes this triangle like this
う。
towards
で
the
こう
end
戻
of the
るわけ
hilt
です。
and pull the katana back to the
こ
sheath.
うはいかんです。
So you cannot bring your right hand directly to the hilt.
ね、
Otherwise,
こ
your
れ
wrist will get
これ
locked
はも
with the wakizashi.
うロックされちゃう。
See? You can't move your wrist anymore. You can't draw up or anything. See?
で、こういうふうにしたら もう抜刀の範囲が限られている。
And bring your hand over the wakizashi, you're limiting the direction and the way you can draw your katana.
これもう何するか大体分かってしまう、
This is very obvious what you're going to be doing from here, right?
はい、でこの状態が何するか分からないという状
So
態。
this, you don't know what you're going to be doing, what he's going to be doing.
そうでここからだと先ほど、抜いた使い方これもできるし、
So if you do it the correct way
Right.
in our style,
これもできる。こう
uppercuts, straight cuts, horizontal cuts,
あるいは
anything is
逆転
possible.
こう
Reverse grip is possible too.
ねはい、それで切り下ろした時もこれは差しなりに刺す。
Okay? When you swing down to, again, the wakizashi is on your waist in front of you, right?
で
The
すか
hilt?
ら切り下ろした時にまっすぐ体を向けてると塚がねぶつかるんです
If your body is facing straight, the tsuka, the hilt of the wakizashi will hit your forearm, okay? The right forearm.
半身で切ると
But if you
ここ
bring
へ
your
抜けてくる。
body in an oblique stance,
脇
then
差しがここへ抜けてく
it
る。
fits in between your arms like that and you
はい。
don't hit anything,
はい、
okay?
そうですね。だからこういう条件で抜刀の音ができているよということなんですね。
So this is the condition of how our drawing and sheathing methods were formed,
Hi.
okay?
はい、ですから刀竜はねこれがあるよという前提の鞘さばき体さばきとなっております。
Okay, so in Asayama Ichiden Ryu, having the outer obi, having the inner obi, the wakizashi in the inner obi, the longer katana, the uchi katana in the outer obi, yes. This is the style, how our techniques were formed, basically. Okay,
Right.
which is different from a lot of the modern styles that exist today in EI.
この使い方ねこれはありとあらゆる場面で使うんです。
Okay, so bringing your right hand to the end of the tsuka and then pushing your katana into your right hand, we use this in a lot of other occasions too.
ちょっとしたことで差がつくんですね。
Okay, so the small difference makes a big difference in a fight.
例えば相手がこれを掴んできて
For example, let's say the opponent grabs your
こう
tsuka,
入るね。
okay, and you flip it
でここ
over
へ倒してこの時に
and make him
この
fall.
時に
From here,
一般的な掴んでの手のかけ方
if you do a
これをや
typical
ると
general way of drawing,
五分五分になっちゃうんです。
then it'll be an even
ある意味
fight,
ね。
basically.
相手も抜けてしまう。
The opponent will be able to draw his katana too.
だけどもこうなったでしょ。
But from here, though,
じゃあねここへ出すんですよ。
you bring your katana in front of you.
そうするとね
Then,
わかりますか。鞘さばくだけです。
all you have to do is pull the scabbard back off, and you can draw a lot faster than the opponent because the katana is already in front of you.
ねちょっとしたことで差がつくんですね。
Okay, so by
Hi.
learning the basics of our style, the drawing becomes a lot faster, even in a situation like this.
で抜刀も当然間に合ってくる。
Okay, the speed, of course, of the draw will be totally different too.
つまり物理的な速さじゃないく間に合ってくるんですね。
Okay, so it's not the physical speed though. Okay,
Hi.
he'll show us what he
例えば
means.
一応ね危ないんで当たらない距離でやり
Okay,
ますけど
so
も
they'll do it in a distance where they can't actually
あ
hit
ち
each
ら
other.
が一般的な手のかけ方。
Then this is Kata Sensei, by the way. Yes.
その時に
He'll be
こうなる
doing a
わけです。
general way of drawing.
わかりますか。これね自分の空間保っちゃってるんです。
Okay, the Ichiden Ryu style that Seki Sensei is doing, he has a space
ここから
in his arms there as he draws,
こうなる。
like this.
で向こうが抜いてくる。
The opponent draws.
ここで終わりなんです。
This is how different the speed would be.
はい。つまり自分の空間を保って鞘を払うだけなんです。
Because you're creating space in front of you by bringing your arms in front of you, all you have to do is pull the scabbard back and you'll be able to draw.
であちらはここから私の空間保った空間にこう手を寄せてくることになるんです。
But this side, though, because he's not creating space here, as you can see, his right hand's a
そ
lot
こ
closer to
に
his
急に
body.
刀を置かれるっていう状態。
Then he has to pull his right hand forward, bringing his hand into the space that Seki Sensei created, as a result, getting his hand cut.
だから相手が気合を入れて無理して抜いたとしても到達までには結局こっちが先に到達するんです。
So even if Kata Sensei's side tried to forcibly draw as fast as possible, by the time he has it out, his hand will be cut. Okay?
つまり徳川300年この形を強制されてきた中でさらにこの形から抜刀するということにさらに利を求める。それが通称投げ抜きという感覚になってくるわけです。
Okay, so this, as a result, leads to our unique technique called the nagenuki, which means the throw draw in Asayama Ichiden Ryu. Basically, having a short katana, long katana like this in style for the 300 years during the Tokugawa family's rule during the Edo period. This was actually to restrict the samurai's movements. Yeah, but of course, during such long a period of time, these samurais, ryuhas like Asayama Ichiden, like our style, was able to develop such skills, techniques of how to efficiently and quickly use these techniques, even through these restrictions. Okay, and we call that the throw draw in our style.
その他にね、たくさんいろんな口伝があるんですが、ちょっと説明しきれませんので、そこはご勘弁ください。
And of course, we have a lot of techniques, by the way. We just introduced the very, very basics, but if you move on into training, we train something called the Kata, which are the forms and drills that are trained in all Japanese Budo martial arts. We have hundreds of those, actually. Yeah, this is just the basic where it all starts. Just the basic training, we actually have dozens of them. Finally move on to the kata from there. There are hundreds that have names, there are hundreds that don't have names, and there's a lot of techniques that you can learn. Alright, so in this video we introduced the drawing and sheathing techniques in Kobudo Asayama Ichiden Ryu. Hope you liked it. Yes, by the way, these techniques we actually teach Seki Sensei and I. We actually hold online lessons. We can learn these techniques online wherever you are in the world. So it'd be great if you could take a look at our Patreon page.